Hello and welcome back. Yeah, we are playing the Battle of Falkirk from the Men of Iron game. We have the English against the Scottish, and the situation is that in flight points the English has 18 and the Scottish have currently 9. So far the Scottish has done pretty well. But you know, the English they don't break and leave the battlefield until we get the flight points plus a die roll equal to 45, so there's really nothing to worry about yet. And if you watched the last video, we see some intense action here by both sides actually, but since the English have more troops here coming, they were able to wipe out most of the Scottish attackers here. There's only one man-at-arms still mounted though, but in disordered state here, together with James, the cavalry commander. And we have the English activation coming up. By the way, we can also mention that the Scottish has taken position here on the other side of the Berg with their longbows, waiting for the English to approach. We had just brought in most of the King's troops, infantry troops I'd say, and there are 6 or 5 units left to bring into the map, which we probably will do pretty soon. But for the English activation, it's a free activation, so I will activate Lincoln's replacement commander there. And we now see a good opportunity to actually wipe out these last men-at-arms. So yeah, let's jump into the movement phase directly. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I actually think I will commit this guy to that battle as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could actually do a rear attack here. You could do like that. What do we have here? It's a disordered pikeman. I think I'll leave him here to recover this turn. We have one archer there. I think we have another archer there, but he's retired, so we cannot activate him. And we have 2 more pikemen here. So I will actually move up 1, 2, 3 this guy and begin shooting the leftmost skiltron here. So we have +2 as a modifier, but I believe this is counted as a shield wall, so we got -1. So it's +1. And we rolled a 2, it's a 3, I'm pretty sure that will have no effect, yes. Okay, we still have 2 units to move. Can just move them up here. Ready to take on the Scottish as soon as we have a hole in the skiltron. Okay, so we have this combat coming. One thing these guys perhaps could do is to retreat before combat. Maybe they want to get away from at least from these guys. Let's see how that is done. Here's retreat before shock. Okay, mounted units that are not disordered. So this guy cannot do that anyway. So let's skip reading that rule now, and we jump into the combat. So what modifiers do we have? we have a disordered men-at-arms, so it's a 0 as the defender shock modifier. We have a strength advantage of actually 2 now, because we are attacking 3 against 1. Otherwise, I think the only thing is actually this modifier. I don't remember what it was. Pike versus mounted. It's -1. And what did I say we had? It was +2, right? So it's +1. Yeah, +1. And we could start. Yeah, maybe we should start with a guy in the rear. He could actually already finish this. So +1, and he actually has +3, right? So it's +4 on the roll, and that's a 9. So shock combat, disordered, defender eliminated, and continue attack. So he goes there and could actually continue attacking. The Scots flight points go up with 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we need to check what happens with James. So we roll a die, check his activation rating is 4, we will deduct that from the die roll. Okay, that goes down to a 1, so he actually survives and he can be relocated to any unit. So let's put him here. Okay, so here he has actually escaped from that battle and took shelter in this skiltron here. So these guys are not doing anything then this turn. Okay, that's the end of the activation, I believe. And well, actually this guy can, because he has just been standing here doing nothing and he's not adjacent to an enemy, he can recover from the disorder state, so he's fine now. Alright, so next up I want to try to activate the bishop's infantry. He has a 4 as the activation rating, so we need to roll. Okay, we missed that, so it's the Scottish who goes next. And I wonder, is there really anything they can do now? They don't want to cross the burn just to get some fire. Of course they could get some good fire, but they will be more or less done after that, because then they will be overwhelmed by the British, or the English, sorry. But that would happen anyway sooner or later, right? Maybe actually they could cross and try to unhorse the king's guys, and they could actually have a chance to kill King Edward, to be honest. It's a crazy plan, but it's actually possible to do. I mean, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, they can't get adjacent to him, but still. Yeah. They would, of course, risk being countercharged here while they fire, but I mean, if they manage to unhorse these guys, they cannot do any countercharge anyway. And the next activation they will be just killed. And because I mean, if they wait, what would happen? Okay, it will be the English again. They will just start forming up here, right? The turns goes, and suddenly the English advance, and there's a big exchange of fire, but eventually these will be eliminated. But by trying to kill off some of these men-at-arms, we could actually get some good flight points. So I will take my chances and do that. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And what the heck, let's take these guys also. 2, 3, 4. I wonder if this hobbler has zone of control and if he could do anything if I go there. Let's check that. All mounted, yes. So, could he actually charge me? Okay, only counter charge. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the effect of the zone of control would be here. It costs a foot unit 2 movement points to leave enemy mounted unit zone of control. Okay, maybe that's the only thing. So let's move here. Okay. Oh, sorry. You know what? I need to do this one unit at a time again. I don't know. I keep forgetting that all the time. I'm so used to, you know, we have a movement phase, then we have a combat phase, but here it's intertwined with each other. So you just move and fire and then move the next guy. So let's start with this. It will fire against the king there and his knight. So we have a range of 2, so it's +1. And I think there's no other modifiers here actually. No. So +1. We have a, I say, fairly good chance to unhorse king's guys here. Yeah, we will. That's a 9. Target mounted, unhorsed. So they cannot actually not even counter charge me here. Okay, here's the thing. I actually did just check the rule of counter charge against missile fire. Actually, this is what happens. When these guys are about to fire, we first need to check if these guys counter charges before we do the fire. If they do, they will actually move up here, or actually then we resolve the fire and then we move up if they were successful. Now, would we get these unhorsed result which we got now? We would not do the charge, of course, but I'm pretty sure we need to do it in that order anyway. And I'm pretty sure these are the king's elite cavalry. They have -3, so they will probably do the counter charge. So let's check that first. We need to redo this. So I will roll the counter charge roll. If it's less than 4, then it will counter charge, and we deduct 3 from the die roll. Yeah, so we have a counter charge coming. Now this guy can resolve the missile fire, so we'll do that again. I know we got this unhorsed result previously, but we'll do it again. So it's a +1 for the range and nothing more. Okay, this time we got a 2, so it's a 3. Target mounted, so that's a no effect. So the king will actually charge there, and now he will attack the bow unit here. So we have a +1 from the unit in shock modifier. We have a leader, actually the king, so it's +1 more, and then we have, I think we have +2 more for the charge modifier, right? Doesn't really say here, but I mean these have not moved and they are charging, so it's a +4. So roll of 4, it's 8. So we actually got the defender, no, it's charge, sorry, 8. Defender is ordered and retreat 1 hex. Attacker continue attack. So we actually need to continue with the attack before we do any other movement. So Man-at-Arms follows, and we do another attack. This time we have no charge bonus, so we will not get the +2 here, but we have another plus from that modifier now because it's disrupted, so we have a +3 this time. Okay, it's only a 3 actually, and it's shock combat this time, and it's disordered, so it's a no result. So they actually managed to hold their ground there. Okay, that's what happened. The thing is, I think you're allowed to do 1 counter charge per activation. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I've read that somewhere. I don't know, where did I read that? I need to check that. Okay, I found it. So each mounted Man-at-Arms unit is limited to 1 successful counter charge per enemy activation. So with 1 successful, so would he have missed that counter charge, he would be able to do another one. This means we could actually move up and do another fire and don't risk that. So we could go 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. So this will now fire with a +1. And now we got the 6. It's modified to a 7. Meaning target mounted unhorsed. So now we got the unhorsed result we were waiting for. So, but it's not 9 or more, so we don't need to do a leader check, leader loss check. But these guys are now disordered. So we have a good chance now to finish it up with these archers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I will do that. And we'll fire with the same modifier, +1. Oh, that was bad. It's just a 1, and now it's foot and disordered, so it's no effect actually. We had a good chance actually to kill that guy here, and even have a small chance to get Edward. But okay, this was the opportunity we had. We took it, but well, we unhorsed the elite knights here, but well, that was not good enough because now it's gonna hurt. Okay, so we have the next activation, which is the English, and I will activate the king. He can now, you know, activate all his knights. These guys will actually be out of command, but that's not really that serious in this game actually. Especially when you're just marching up against the enemy and you're not engaged yet, because let's see what happens. Where is it? Maybe it's in the end. No, I think it's somewhere in the beginning. Okay, maybe it's after the combat rules, rallying units. Oh gosh, I can't find anything in this rulebook, and still it's only 14 pages. Here it is, command range. So, out of command effects: may not move adjacent to an enemy, may not move into a enemy zone of control. May not move if in an enemy zone of control, sorry. And this applies to foot units only. So basically, you may not move adjacent to an enemy, so these guys will not do that anyway. Otherwise they are free to do what they want, even fire with the bows and stuff like that, right? So let's start with the infantry maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's just move these guys up. The Hobras only move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same goes for pikemen. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can get, I guess, the rest of the gang here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. And 3 and 4. So now we have all the king's men in, and they can raise this banner, and let's place it. I'll place it here. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and now we have the Hobilars and Knights. I will now charge, and I will be careful not to charge through the archer's front hexes. I don't think this guy can actually charge the Hobilar, but they could dismount and fire away actually. Which I think I'll do. I think it's 2 to dismount if I don't totally lost, so I will do that. So that's 2 and 3 and 4. No, let's not clog the path here for the mounted men-at-arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's go here and fire. So we have crossbows firing at 1 hex range. It's wooden crossbows, that's +2 in 1 hex range. And there's nothing else actually, so we just fire away. And we get 1 modified to 3, it's no effect. And now for our hopefully glorious charge. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. They will get a nice charge from the side. 1, oops, where did you go? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. They will also get another nice charge from the side here. So Let's mark those guys with a charge marker and start. I think we're actually ready for the chalk phase. So I'll start with this guy, because if I could get these guys to retreat, I can get a nice domino effect here if I have continued attacks here with these guys later. So he goes, he judges to the side of that. He cannot fire because they can only do that in their zone of control, which is the front hexes, right? So we got, this is also disordered, so it's a +2. We got a flank attack is +2, so it's 4. We have mounted men-at-arms against bow infantry, it's 3, so it's now 7. And we got the and 1 additional for the charge, so it's +8. Should be, yeah, okay. It's disordered and it's a charge, so it's eliminated, and I will actually continue attacking. So we remove these guys, meaning we get 2 more Scottish flight points, and we move this guy here. He will, okay, he will actually not shock now. We are actually doing all the other combats first. So let's see what happens. Maybe this guy will be pushed into his front hex so he can attack them. Let's see. So here comes the other charge. More or less the same, but only +1 from the defender shock modifier. So this should actually be +7, because we have a flank attack here also. So +7 on the die roll. Okay, it's a 0, so we get it to 7, and it's a normal. This guy is not in disordered. So actually defender disordered and retreat 1 hex. So that wasn't too bad. This guy can actually not continue his attack. So he will of course not retreat here, because then he will be slain by these guys. So he will retreat back and get disordered. And this guy will of course enter the hex anyway. So that's that. And this guy will continue with a shock attack against this. So what do we have here now? We have +1, +3, and 3 more for this. So it's a 6, right? Yeah, it's a +6 roll. And we got a 4, that's a 10. And it's a shock combat, so it's defend disorder, retreat 1 hex. Same result coming here. And yeah, we need to do actually a leader check here. So we deduct 3 from the lead, from the roll. That's okay, he survives. And that guy advances, and that's the end of the activation. These guys have now stand still their whole activation, and they're no more adjacent to an enemy, so they can actually get out from the disordered state. So we're done there. Now we can activate another command, or try to activate another command more, and I think it's time to try to activate the Bishop of Durham, and he's unsuccessful in that. I have really rolled bad when the English want to continue. It's, you know, Scots always get free activations coming here, so what should the Scots do then? Should they fall back now? I mean, it's... Was it 2 to pay for going out from the Zone of Control mounted unit? Yes. So that would actually only leave them to 2 more movement points. They cannot retreat back over the burn, actually, where they would be in somewhat safety from cavalry attacks, but that will not happen, so they will just fire away here, I think. Yeah, they will. There will of course be counterattacks coming when I do that, but they are lost anyway now. So let's fire here. We have a... Before we do that, we need to check the counter charge. So let's check this guy first. We deduct 2, it's a 4. I think that was enough. Here it is. Less than 4 it must be. Actually it's 4, so it doesn't countercharge this time. Okay, so he can just fire freely. He has +2 for the 1 hex range, but -1 because the firing unit is disordered. So +1. Oh, that's a 7. I got him unhorsed. This is hard. Okay, and disordered, of course. Maybe we'll be lucky with the other one as well. But he will first roll his counter charge. No, he will not counter charge. So we fire away with him with a +1. It's the same result. So these guys are also unhorsed. So all the King's Knights are now unhorsed. This is crazy. Always forget to. They need to be disordered. Okay. I don't know. It feels a bit weird, but they're really powerful. The longbow units in this game, really powerful. Anyway. This time I will actually I don't know. Okay, anyway, that's what happened. So we have some Scots units in disorder running on this field, firing away for their lives with their lost arrows and hitting the horses of the English knights who are circling and swarming them. So yeah, that's the situation, and we are catching up here now with the flight points as well, and we will probably see 4 points more coming up here during the next activation. But I think this will be enough for one video now, so I will upload this and we'll come back with turn 4 soon. Oh, video 4, I see, part 4, yes. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again. Bye for now.